Welcome back, everyone. So our eggplants are done, the sauces are done. Let me show you though how to tell when the eggplants are done. Real simple. I'm really gonna take the tongs, and if you feel that they're soft, right, if you can kind of squeeze them and they give to some pressure, you're done and you're good to go. Now, grilled eggplant usually looks like it's a little charred on the outside, but if you think about what's happening on the inside is all that eggplant in the middle has been cooked soft and it's really nice and sweet. So I'm gonna show you how to plate these up. So I'll take two, I'll leave these two behind, and I can throw them on the plate whole, but to really kind of give you a better presentation, watch what I'll do. I'll take the knife and I'll just kind of make a cut down center, and it's so soft and buttery, man, it's so nice. So I'm gonna open it up slightly, just spread them open a little bit, and I'll take the next one now. I'm gonna make a slit down the middle again, cutting all the way through, so I can open them up and lay them down. And what we're trying to do here is we really want to encourage the diner to look inside and see how sweet this eggplant really is. So with the eggplants open, I'm going to take that miso sauce and really just kind of glaze it down here. Now, eggplants are fantastic food. A lot of people, really are not fans of eggplants because I don't think they've had them cooked well. So when they try a really nice sweet eggplant, you can always appreciate eggplant when cooked correctly. So it's a little bit of sauce on there. And then for a little bit of garnish, I'm just gonna do a little bit of sesame seed for this one. This is a really fantastic dish you can either keep and make on their own, or we'll serve these today with our yakitoris. And let me show you how to make these yakitoris. So I've got two ingredients, real simple. I've got my scallions here and I've got a pork tenderloin. The pork tenderloin is basically the filet mignon of pork. It's a very lean cut, but it's also a really flavorful cut. So I've got scallions and I've got the pork tenderloin here. Now, when working with one cutting board, I'm always gonna work from vegetables to meat so I don't have any cross-contamination. So we're gonna take the whites only with a little bit of the greens of the scallions. We'll leave the greens behind for, maybe some garnishing at the end of the show. And I want to cut these whites with a little bit of the greens into 1-inch widths. So that's great. I'll leave those to the side. Now with my pork tenderloin, I just really want them to fit on a skewer. That's really kind of the bottom line here. I've got 6 to 8-inch skewers here. So why don't we start by halving the loin, and then we'll go half lengthwise. Now that I've got 2 halves lengthwise, why don't I do, let's see, each piece of meat's gonna kind of tell you how it's gonna look nice on a skewer. So I'm gonna go lengthwise again, and now I'm gonna have nice little blocks from here. So 1 inch to match up with the scallions. And that's gonna look good. So I've got 2 components on the board, now I'm ready. My skewers have been pre-soaked in water because once they hit that grill, I don't want them to burn. So the best way to do that is go ahead and give them a nice soak in water, and I'm basically just gonna alternate. I'll take a piece of pork and I'm going kind of against the grain through, then I'll take a piece of scallion, right dead middle, and I'll take another piece of pork. Now, we're using pork tenderloin here, but there's no reason this can't be chicken breast or even tofu if you really wanted to go super healthy with these. But again, we're using pork loin. Anywhere you hear the word loin, loin really equals lean. It's not a fatty cut of meat. So just remember, loin means lean, and it's a nice flavorful piece of meat. And we want these whites because they're nice and durable. They're gonna hold together on the grill quite nicely. Now, I'm just gonna make a few more. I think I'm gonna go for 5 today. And these can be made well ahead of time. They're a fantastic appetizer. As people come in to your house, this is a nice way to kind of greet them with a nice yakitori. That's good. I am good to go. So these are done. I'm gonna leave these here and take them over. Now for grilling yakitoris, same rules. What we're gonna do is make sure we have a nice hot grill. And again, visually, if you can't tell if the grill's hot or not, let's take a little bit of oil. So I'm gonna put a few dabs of oil on there to see when they start smoking. And these are smoking pretty quickly, so this grill's ready. Another good tip for you, if you're not really sure when to throw the meat on, at meat height, if you put your hand at meat height, you should be able to hold your hand on there for about 4 seconds. If you can hold your hand on there for about 4 seconds before it gets a little too hot, that's also a really great way to tell. if the grill's ready or not. Because I'm not a big fan of throwing the droplets of oil on open grills, you know, where you're using either charcoal or gas grills. So these are gonna go right on. And I'm gonna let the meat sear, lift up on its own. I'm not gonna be in a hurry to flip these over, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. So when we come back, I'm gonna show you how to finish off the yakitori, and then we'll put this meal together. I'll see you in a little bit.